back again. Baseball cards, they're only friends. Super short prints they collect. The rarest of cards, yeah, respect.
Ooh.
Blabbin Bout Slabbin. Every Thursday's a spot.
Every Thursday, most of the time.
From Fridays.
100% of Thursdays, 60% of the time. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blabbin Bout Slabbin. Apologies for no show yesterday. Things came up, but we're back and ready to talk some cards. It is great to be here. Thank you, everybody, for the questionable gentlemen, but men nonetheless, I hope.
Adult, maybe?
Adult males. Thanks for joining. I see Chris has already got his All-Star jersey on.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for the All-Star game already. WBC is over. The real season's about to start. We've got a lot of cards to talk about, some cards to show, and we've got trivia. So buckle up, everybody. What's up, Chris?
Yeah, in honor of his WBC victory for trivia, we've got a really pretty cool Acuna SP to give away. I'm sorry it's not a 10, but fine 9s are underrated. I also want to give a quick thank you to everyone here and everyone who has used our affiliate link.
Yes.
Because at Costco the other day, I was actually able to afford one of these big boys. So
excellent.
I get to open this up.
Thank you. We got a few messages this week that people are using the code. There's our QR code. Please use that. It's also in the description. If you click on it, we get a few cents, enough to make some Maker's Mark and grab a couple 6-packs, hopefully by the end of the quarter, and appreciate it. So keep buying those cards and keep using that code, please.
Yeah. I tried to explain to the checkout guy at Costco why this was exciting for me. And it fell on deaf ears, Jeff. You know, he stopped listening once I said YouTube. Actually, once I said baseball cards, really.
Do they still have those giant pallets of cards at Costco?
I didn't see any this time. I did get my dog a stuffed dinosaur, which is almost as big as she is, which she absolutely loves. So that's exciting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ooh. Hold on, we got an actual Stadium Club hit in the comments. Manx, congratulations. I think any Ohtani insert at this point, you're probably looking at $50 to $100. So you paid for the box just about. Good work.
Yeah, check those back corners. Grade that sucker.
By the time he grades it, Ohtani might be retiring, Jeff.
No, that's true. By the time you get it back, yeah.
Yeah, Emophobic, what happened with your sale there? I saw you bought something and then there was already like a cancellation threat. I think things are getting hot and heated. We had some pretty exciting Fanatics premiere results last night. Lots of
I didn't stay up for the merciful end of it, but it sounds like it was pretty crazy seeing some of the finished prices.
It just kept going and going, Jeff. I was watching it at around 10 o'clock our time, so that means well after 1 on the East Coast. This is true. No Braves got hurt. No Brewers got hurt. There were no real significant injuries of any kind. That one guy, Teal, I think, kind of tweaked his hamstring. Kyle Teal, but I think
it was surprising. I kind of thought, and we talked about this a little bit on Spitball or over the winter, that somebody was going to get hurt bigly, and it didn't happen. So that's great.
Yeah, that is great. I got to also say, I think it's really. I'm going to take a minute and defend Aaron Judge. So I wanted to give you guys a warning. Let that sink in. I think it's total BS. Like the hate that he is getting. Tournament baseball is really hard. It's one game. I don't think he saw a pitch in that championship game, Jeff. That was like under 96. Like he got pitched real tough.
Yep.
Eduardo Rodriguez. No, Eduardo.
Yeah.
No, what's the last name? Rodriguez.
That's not right.
Is it? Okay. I mean, he was painting a corner on him all day long. Like, it's tough. It's really hard. He wasn't getting a ton of help. Bryce Harper now suddenly is getting a lot of accolades, but really, Jeff, he had one game.
One.
It was the championship game, so that one swing almost saved the tournament for Team USA.
Yeah, those are the lasting images we get, but
yeah. It's such a small sample size, and if we hate on Judge too much, you won't want to play again. So
I
He's
did
going
see
around there.
today that he wants to play in the Olympics and the next WBC, so he hasn't been thrown
Okay.
off of it yet. Yeah, the narrative, we've seen this before in baseball, overreaction to short sample size narratives, but it is the biggest games when the lights are brightest. It's tough. It's tough. I see why people are giving him a hard time, but when you look at look at the whole picture, he wasn't the reason the U.S. didn't win.
No, they didn't score like at all, and it wasn't just him. I mean, like there were a lot of guys that just didn't do a lot. So it was a bad. And keep in mind, it wasn't a failure. They got to the championship game and lost by 1 run. It's really hard to get to advance in that tournament. Like it's tough. Once the pool play is over, it's intense and it's hard.
Right. And we've talked about baseball. Even with a 7-game series, you're not guaranteed the best team would win. Baseball is very different than a lot of other sports. So you're just, when you reduce it down to 1 game, there's going to be a lot more unusual results.
Yeah, there was literal shock in John Smoltz' voice during the championship game, Jeff, when Eduardo Rodriguez was painting corners and the changeup was working. Like he was throwing, I think he topped out at like 96. When's the last time we saw him throw like that? And how did he get insurance?
Over 5 ERA.
And how did he even get insurance to be in the tournament, Jeff? He's been hurt all the time.
Yeah.
But what can you do? Yeah. Cal Raleigh, I see Big Pog there. Yeah, Cal Raleigh had a rough tournament. I mean, he played 4 or 5 games, didn't have a hit. Baseball is a very hard game.
This is an interesting point. I think a lot of people agree with this. It was fun to see the way that other countries celebrated and stay loose. It was fun to see how other countries could take it seriously while still having fun. And it was the U.S. played a little bit tight for the most part, it seemed. So I agree. I don't know. It was fun to see Venezuela win. I was really happy for them. The video of Acuna falling to his knees.
Oh, yeah.
In the outfield after the last pitch.
Valencia had tears in his eyes pitching to the last batter.
Before the last pitch. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun to see. I loved seeing all the team. I loved seeing Team Italy do so well. Yeah, it was fun. At one point I was saying I wish they'd have this more often instead of every 3 years, but at the same time, maybe it would lose some of its specialness. So
yeah, I think they're back on the every 4-year schedule, which was like initially the plan. I think the next one is 2030. I think that was the plan, but they had to change it because of the whole COVID situation. So I think excuse me, I think 2030 is the next one. But yeah, I think that Team USA, those guys wanted to win. Maybe they aren't as effusive, but come on, that Bryce Harper bat flip, has it come down yet? And if you see that highlight, like Pete Crow Armstrong grabs the bat like while it's still bouncing and he's jumping up and down. Like last year.
Yeah, I definitely think that saying they didn't want to win is not a fair assessment. Yeah.
Yeah. And watching, it reminded me of the Trey Turner Grand Slam 3 years ago against Venezuela. Totally. The whole team was going absolutely bananas. I mean, yeah, they're not, banging drums and dancing, but that's not their style. And I don't know. I will say, Jeff, that in 4 years, they better find a different manager, though. I think Mark DeRosa, it's been a fun little experiment, but not knowing the rules is a tough look.
Agreed. Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's tough to get anybody active in baseball, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they think they need to plan that a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, there are some Buck Showalter's not too old to maybe 4 years from now, Jeff, he might be. But for sure he would know the rules. But maybe that's not the kind of guy you want. Maybe Ron Washington is the kind of guy you want, like a higher energy,
fun guy. Yeah. He's kind of the opposite of Buck. A lot of comments in here, and this is something Chris has been talking about a lot. I just don't know if this is feasible. I just think that it was a really hard push to get teams to agree to let their players play at all. The only way for it to happen was before the season. And you're right. There's a lot of restrictions. Starters are going 2 innings, 4 innings. It's tough to be to hope they're in midseason form after a few weeks, but I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening.
Yeah. My hope was someone on ESPN, it may have been Buster Olney, years ago, I think for the second tournament, was saying in July when the MLB All-Star break is, there's no other sports going on. So there would be a way to potentially do like the All-Star break starts like Sunday night. We have no games. Monday you have like a travel day. Tuesday we have the two semifinals from the WBC. Wednesday you got the final. Thursday off day. Friday home run derby. Saturday All-Star game. Sunday rest. League starts again on Monday. Something like that to sort of just get the end of it in the summer when no one's watching any other sports. Like this is going on. We're competing with NBA, which I don't know if anyone watches anymore.
It still did huge numbers. I saw it today, Chris. The viewership was higher than the NBA Finals was last year, which is pretty cool.
That's great. That's fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just feel like part of the fun of this tournament, though, is the momentum that teams have and are able to carry on through.
That's true.
If you stop that and then you change the whole vibe up, I would love it if they would do like they did for. I think they still do it for the NHL for Winter Olympics. Don't they just take a break from the whole? I think they hold up the season for a few weeks, which would be a lot of fun. I just don't see it happening, especially because like Chris said, it's really the only sport going on at that time. The owners would lose all that money for games. I can't see that ever working out, but that would be the ideal.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal, like how hockey was able to make that deal, because the ownership does not want. Those NHL owners don't want to stop their season for 2 weeks, for sure. So I don't know what Major League Baseball is going to do. But if they keep it the way it is, I'm totally fine with it. I thought it was great. I mean, USA have only won once in 5, but they've now made the championship 3 times in 5 years. Japan's the same thing. They just happened to win that last game 3 times. Yep. Baseball's hard. It's really hard. And if we want to blame anyone besides DeRosa, we can. I mean, not that it wasn't the pitching that did him in, but Skubal really did piss me off. I got to be honest. Like, if you're going to go to the game, you damn well better be willing to pitch in it.
I just don't know about that whole Skubal thing. And I know he wanted to play, so they let him on, but they thought he would only pitch 1 game. But then you're taking up the roster spot of somebody who could potentially pitch more. I don't know.
I just wanted more managerial urgency. Like, why did Nolan McLean, who was great, by the way, but why did he come out for a 5th inning? Like, he threw 4 innings. They have an entire bullpen out there, and they let him come out for the 5th, and he gives up a solo shot. Like, I don't know. I felt like if that was Game 7 of the World Series. I think he's probably not coming out for the 5th inning with that bullpen, but it is what it is.
Yeah, urgency is a tough thing, and then the whole discussion about Mason Miller not pitching. They were gonna only pitch if they had the lead.
Yeah, that shit's really annoying. The Cubs said
tough when you're trying to negotiate with these teams. I don't know. It's not an enviable position to be in, the manager, but if you're going to take that spot, you kind of got to be a guy that's going to be like, we're here to win. So I know the players are important to your team, but I'm going to try to win.
Yeah, and it's important to the players, but
yeah.
But anyway, it was really fun.
There was a lot of debate about this,
yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, a big pog. Yeah, Caminero said he would be like the water boy, and he looked great.
He was great.
A lot of those Dominican players, they were fired up. But we're excited for what Tatis is going to do this year. I think Soto's primed for a huge year. That team is really good, Jeff, when they did not have a space for Devers.
Was that an insurance issue or was that space?
I mean, what were they going to do? Platoon DH? I mean, they went with Caminero at DH instead of him.
And yeah, you can't blame him. Inspired mentions Roman Anthony. He's another guy who raised his stock.
Oh yeah, Gunnar Henderson looked incredible in the tournament. But
Gunnar looked great.
Yeah.
Bryce Terang did great for the Brewers. Really showed that he's taken his bat to the next level. There's some guys that really raised some eyebrows, and it started to affect some card values, Chris.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. By the way, Churio batting 9th for Team Venezuela was pretty interesting. I know he's young, but
yeah, we were talking about a little bit offline. Some of the lineup construction for the foreign teams was really interesting. Italy, the only non-major leaguer, you had hitting leadoff for Italy. You had Churio batting 9th for Venezuela, and I don't know. I guess these managers know their players well, but
yeah. I as an Acuna fan, I thought that's a pretty cool double leadoff though, to go, Churio then Acuna. But I mean, you could just do that. Go Acuna, Churio 1-2. I mean, I was gonna say Arias should not be hitting third, but the guy had a really good tournament, so they knew what they were doing.
And you saw how important contact is. Yeah. So
Yes.
he's a great guy to have there. I would have loved that. And Churo's probably going to be batting up there for the Brewers. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I would certainly hope so.
Jay Urseth, I didn't think of this. Now I can't get it out of his mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
it was pretty cool to see Miguel Cabrera, with tears in his eyes after the tournament. Like one of the coaches, like that's just how much it means to them. So, like, I mean, yeah.
I love the whole Cabrera Acuna dynamic during that whole strikeout, argue with the ump, hold him back. Even after the next home run, you saw Acuna was still going out there. It was good to see some of the older guys still have passion. I like it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. They have passion. Okay.
Yeah, Churio didn't have a great tournament. He had a couple big at-bats that played a role in it. But yeah, he wasn't the only one had an off tournament. And I think he would gladly trade an off tournament hitting for a championship.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, that was about 3 teams ago. Sorry. Keston is no longer with the Rockies. He was in camp with the Dodgers and then got cut. I don't know where he is, to be honest. If anybody has an update on his status, I would love to know. While we bring him up, though, I got to show my card that I posted today. This beautiful rainbow foil from Wandering Cardboard. Thank you for sending this for the Hero collection.
That is cool. Can you tell who's sliding in that image? Can you tell?
That's what we discussed on IG. It's
I didn't see
Cardinals player with long hair, blonde hair. Harrison Bader was a good guess.
Okay.
You can kind of zoom in, and last name starts with an R, an A, a B, maybe, and so it could be Bader.
Wait, is this true? Hold on. Michigan Cards and Graphs says Jared Kelenic did not make the Chicago White Sox opening day roster. I mean, it's time, buddy. If that's true, it's time to hang it up. I don't think he could make the goddamn Savannah Bananas right now, Jeff. Like he's completely broken.
That can't be true.
That is insane.
Gosh.
And yeah, we do need a profile replacement, but I don't think there's a chance in hell that he's coming back.
Hey, maybe you're a hemophobic saw him in the Dodgers lineup. Maybe he came back.
Okay. Yeah.
Bader, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, poor.
Can Hira play left field, Jeff?
Sure. Can't be any worse than Kelenic out there. Yeah, the party animals. Maybe that's his future. A lot of broken coolers in the future of the party animals team.
Yeah, touching bases pod. I would say Mariners fans, you don't have to be proud of him, but he did serve a purpose for you guys. He got rid of so much dead money out of your off your roster that the Braves took on for him. So he provided that kind of value for you, if you will. You got I can't even think of these guys' name, like Gio Gonzalez, I think. No, Marco Gonzalez.
No,
the softball lefty pitcher.
Who was the other first baseman that they got rid of?
Evan White was the other guy.
White. Yeah.
I think the Braves
took $40 million on Evan White.
Yeah. But yeah, I think all you got, that salary relief was provided by Jared Kelenic. And your general manager correctly realizing it was never going to happen. Ahead of a lot of people, including Anthopoulos and one of the 2 people you're looking at right now.
Love to hear this, Jay Urseth. I would love to go see those guys play. So if they're ever coming to LA and you've got in on tickets, let us know.
All right. I want everyone's opinion on something. What do we think about this card that ended last night at Fanatics? I saw some outrageous estimates on where this card was going to go, Jeff. And this is obviously a ton of money.
More outrageous than it did go for?
Yes, there were people on the internet, on Instagram, on YouTube saying this was going to clear 4, approach 5. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but is it $2 million cool?
Wow. Was that purchased by the Wondershine Index?
I don't know. I do wonder, if we'll show this thing pop up. 1 mil too much? Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we'll see this thing pop up on Instagram. Maybe this will be Patrick Ryan's triumphant return to baseball card social media. I don't know, but yeah, it's a cool card. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of places. If I had 2 million, yes, touching bases. How many Jared Kelenic cards could you buy?
I think he means Kelenic the player.
Him or the human being. You could just acquire him.
Oh.
I'm guessing you could buy approximately 2,160,000 Jared Kelenic cards, Jeff. I had to put a wow.
Okay, Emophobic says it sounds like a bargain. All right, yeah, let's get into that. So $5 million for the Judge Bowman First Super. But that's a first. That's a one-of-a-kind first. This is a one-of-one.
Mm-hmm.
But it could make more of these. Both guys are still playing. It's a rookie for neither of them.
They could theoretically win MVP again this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool, but I think that's the kind of card that Fanatics themselves just hyped into next week and ended up sort of, I'm not tricking someone, but a couple people I think got sort of manipulated into that.
Yeah, I guess it depends how much disposable money you have. Mad City Brew, yes. A shout out to anybody who can play in the big leagues.
Yeah,
for any length of time. It's pretty impressive, especially when you see up close what these guys are doing. Did you see that video I posted of that Nolan McLean sweeper from that angle right behind the umpire?
Oh yeah. The crazy part about that, Jeff, is if you or I were in the batter's box, A, we of course swing at it, but B, we don't swing at it until the catcher already has it.
Yeah, he's probably throwing it back when we're swinging at it. It ends up about 4 feet outside, and my front foot's stepping out of the bucket, probably completely out of the box because it looks like it's coming at me. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. What do you guys think about this card that also sold last night? Where's my tab? There it is.
This looks like a cardboard showcase special.
Oh, I'm yeah, for sure. Huh? 2.16 million Ryan Klesko cards. Jay Urseth, that's what we should try to get the U.S. economy just rolling on Klesko cards instead of the dollar. I feel like it would be a lot easier to.
I dare say there's about as much behind those Klesko cards as there is behind the U.S. dollar, but I digress. So yeah, this what does the grade do for this one, Chris?
I don't know, but I thought this would go again. We're playing with other people's money. Jeff and I aren't buying $31,000. But yeah, I agree. I was kind of surprised. I think the BGS 8, and this is an 8 with no subgrades, by the way. I think that turned people off, and that's crazy. This is out of 60, 68, 69. Who cares? The lower the grade, the better the deal you're going to get.
And from here, it looks like a pretty nice auto as far as his rookie autos are concerned. Yeah, this seems like, it's crazy to think of anything at $30,000 that's not a car is a bargain. But considering what some of his other cards went for, that's crazy.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good buy.
Ohtani Redding, expert. Mike says it thought good for more as well.
You should have bought it, buddy. I mean, now that you have them all, the only thing to do is to get 2 of each. Like you got to just climb that ladder, you know. But this card is awesome. Jeff and I used to own a copy of this in a BGS 8.5.
Yeah, what would that be? What would that get then? What would that extra 0.5 get?
More than this?
Yeah,
man, way more than what we sold it for. Another way of putting it.
Yeah, don't remind me. Yeah.
Touching, it's numbered out of 69.
Yeah.
So he's got 69 of these in high number and 69 of the I guess we'll call it a pitching image with his glove in regular heritage. But I mean, again,
I can't tell if you're saying this is a good or a bad picture, but I think it's a good shot of him.
No, I think he's saying that, yeah, forget the grade, that because this photo is good. Yeah, totally.
Good photo.
Anything where he's holding the bat.
Heritage, holding a bat. Yeah, I actually love this one.
That beautiful head of hair he's got. All this shot honestly is missing, Jeff. If somehow there's a shot of like decoy in the stands behind him, then
yeah.
We never sold ours.
A 1-of-1 SSP. Anybody want to help our guy Cardboard Showcase out, complete his run? He needs the 2026, the only one listed on eBay. The guy is asking for $17K. So more than half of what the rookie red ink is going for.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's going to be tough because there's going to be a Dodgers premium. I bet by the National, Mike, or by the West Coast Card Show in August, that price should have come down. It looks really good though. This heritage design, the 1977 design, looks so good with modern players, Jeff. especially the autos.
I can't tell if Staley's gaslighting me or not here with this comment, Chris.
No. So Staley's a member of our Spitball and Discord, and I had the pleasure of meeting him and
Right.
Michaela at our meetup.
But I just didn't know. I didn't know that we had Kellenic fandom in common. Yeah, you just bring a U-Haul truck over here. I'll pile it all in.
Yeah, Staley, if you guys are going to be at the National in July, and you're coming to the Spitball and meetup, let us know, and Jeff will bring a couple of gift Kellenics. I'm sure. For sure. Yeah. And we'll talk more online. Yeah. I still love the guy, but not even in camp for the White Sox. That's tough. That's a little brutal.
Tip of the mitt, makes me want to rip some sealed and try to get paid. Are you talking about the 2026 going for 17? Yeah. That's at least those prices are reasonable. Ripping any 2018 is pretty crazy right now.
Yeah. Although I shouldn't even put this into the world. I want to take a minute and just show a couple cards from Heritage.
Kane's Lance, while you're doing this, some spotted cow would be wonderful at the Spitball and meetup. Maybe we can throw down a few.
Oh, absolutely. No one's going to turn that down. So this is the thing that here's the other one I want to grab. Just if I can find one real quick.
I thought he'd be great in the White Sox, Giovanni.
Okay, excuse me.
Dawson Red Ink.
So this is Andre Dawson's Red Ink, and I could be wrong here, Jeff. I don't think I am, but the 1977 tops, we got the Dale Murphy rookie, the Andre Dawson rookie, and they're both parts of those quad rookies. Yes. So for this Heritage, they just took the little mini image and they blew it up.
That's really cool. Yeah,
I think that's awesome. So that's a great idea. This card looks great. Like the red ink on this design, because there's so much white in the design, Jeff, the red just really pops off.
And it's kind of a color match. When you think of the Expos, you think of red, white, and blue. And there's the red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some really good looking cards here. I'm just going to zip through a couple of these. Here's Reggie Jackson. And correct me if I'm wrong again, Jeff, but I think that's what his 1977 card looked like.
Yeah, a little airbrushed helmet on there. Oh, yeah. The early airbrushing tops. Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of these just look.
So have you seen the Dale Murphy one?
Yes, I've seen I've not the red ink, but I've seen the blue ink. I'll pull one up in a second.
Ooh, all four sign in red on a quad card. That would be interesting.
That'd be pretty good. I don't even know if you could track down the three other catchers that are on Dale Murphy's card. Yeah, I'm sure it could be done, but I doubt it would be easy.
No plans yet, James. I think I'm going to be visiting family in Wisconsin and then driving down to the National. I don't know. Are you thinking of going to any major league games while you're there, Chris?
I don't think so. We don't have a ton of extra time. I know Jake and our good buddy Matty H Cards did last year, but I just don't. I don't know if I'm there. I'm there for the show. So here's the Roman Anthony red ink. I got to be honest, like he signs real small.
That is really small. It's like the size of the typing, and they left quite a bit of room there. He could have made it real big right across the.
Yeah, he could have because it's still faded, even like up to almost Boston. It's still faded. Yeah. I showed this one to my wife, and she's like, "Oh, he's got a really neat signature. Good for him."
Very neat and small. Mookie, yeah, Reggie's brief time in Baltimore before making it to New York. You can definitely tell that was some 86 tops Jim Leland type airbrushing there.
Yeah, hold on. I just saw a card I wanted to grab.
Jay Ursus, is that an autograph for Ants? Yeah. You know what they say about small SIGs? He does, and it's on a walk back to the dugout after a K. Yeah, it's a little rough of a photo there.
Is it? Is that what it is?
It's got to be. I mean, he's got his helmet on. Yeah, look at that use of the space.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of World Baseball Classic, guys, Harry Ford had a pretty nice World Baseball Classic. So Stanley is still with us. That's
Jesus.
Wait, what?
Under his autograph.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, it looks like Jesus and like maybe a heart.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's his dad.
Or it could be like in the vein of the people that put Bible verses on their signatures.
I see. Yeah, I'm not, a little behind on those.
A lot of
Here's-
Wisconsin guys. Yes, thanks for tuning in from Wisconsin. Hopefully, you guys are doing well weather-wise. My sister's a teacher in Wisconsin. I know she had a day off last week because of a blizzard, Chris. They had ice and blizzards in Wisconsin while we were getting 95-degree sunny heat out here.
My wife and I left the gym this afternoon, Jeff. We got in the car, which obviously was sitting in a parking lot, even with the shade over the window. 109, according to my car's thermometer. It went down to about 100 as we were driving, but good Lord. Oh, thanks, John Mayer. That's definitely, it's a heart in the letter U.
Loves you.
Yeah.
And Canes lands at 27.5 inches of snow while we're melting out here.
Yeah, this Murphy is awesome. I like this card a lot. I'm gonna have to track down one of these. I haven't seen a red ink yet, so maybe there is, maybe there isn't one, maybe there is, I don't know. But there's some really cool stuff in Heritage, Jeff. And then there's some other stuff that just irks the hell out of me. Like the golds out of 50 still bother me. There's too many chrome refractors, there's too many parallels. The idea of a sparkle chrome card in a Topps Heritage set, that makes no sense. It doesn't belong there, Jeff.
What about gold out of 50?
No, hate it. Golds are out of 5 in Heritage, damn it. But
I love all the Wisconsin fans in here watching. There's like a dozen folks from Wisconsin. Well,
if they all got snowed in, Jeff, I mean, what else is there to do?
I know they said it's 75 now.
Wow.
60 in Madison today, 70 for sunny. That is perfect. A perfect encapsulation of Wisconsin weather. You might be below freezing in a blizzard, and by 3 days later have 70 degrees.
All right, sorry, there's a couple comments here. Touching bases pad, to clarify, this is 2026 Heritage, just released last week. And
yeah, there were a few trickling out, Chris, even before that, which threw us off. Jake was sending out pictures of ones that he found, so evidently some people got it early and were opening it.
And the Harry Ford card that I showed is still available. That was live on eBay.
I think Jake mentioned this, Chris. The Ben Rice red inks are not numbered.
Yes, that is. Well, wait a second. Hold on a second now. Oh, this is interesting. All right, so here we go.
Japanese Hercules in the Valley as well. It's hot.
Yep. Okay, so here's Ben Rice.
Oh, there's a numbered one. Okay.
That one's numbered. I think Topps may have made an effort to, because a lot of people have pointed out the Mookie card from 2014, Jeff, where he's wearing a red jersey and they signed a red ink on top of it and you really can't see it. I feel like the ones I've seen this year, they've made an effort to get lighter colored jerseys in front of these autos, but maybe that's just a coincidence. That's
smart if they did. Much appreciated. So, there's one non-numbered.
Yeah. So here, this is not all of them are unnumbered. It looks like they just.
So you wonder how many there really are.
Yeah, I mean, what's the likely scenario here? I would guess the hand numbering happens before the player auto would be my guess. So I'm thinking he just signed an extra with the wrong pen.
Oh, that's interesting. I always thought it was the other way, but that would make more sense to have it numbered because that's how they would know just how many they had.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it either way. The way that makes more sense, Jeff, is not necessarily the way that's done.
True. Shea Schultz says black chromes and supers are the only OG numbered parallels now, Chris. Now that gold is out of 50, is that right?
That is correct. They have not. Thankfully, they have left the black refractors alone, which is great. By the way, I totally forgot to put the trivia link in here. Let me throw that in there.
Yeah, get the trivia link in there. Kenny says, what about the cards that look like they went up against a pair of scrapbook scissors?
There's a lot of those with one of the edges looks like it was just peeled back. I'm not sure if that's happened in the packing or in the autoing or the what have you, but there's a lot of. But I really do think, I know Heritage, anything with a PSA 10, Jeff, has a premium, but Heritage just to me feels like it's less important, especially these red inks. Like just get them, one touch them, be excited.
You mean less important to have a gem?
Yeah. But yeah, so a reminder in trivia, we're playing for this cool Acuna SP out of 2020 Topps.
In honor of the WBC championship. I did see that the Miz is starting. Not too surprised, Kane. I know Woodruff has repeatedly said that he doesn't know if he's going to be ready for opening day, which kind of made me think that they were going to go in a different direction anyway. Love it. Give it to the kid. Let's see what he's got. They can't do any worse than the way they started the last season against the torpedo bats of the Yankees.
Oh my God, I forgot about
Remember that? I can't believe they even survived that after getting beat by, I think, 25 runs in the 3-game series.
Good. Oh my God, that was that was Cortez.
Yes, Nestor's
man.
triumphant return, and those torpedo
my
bats. Remember, everybody thought that was going to be the news of the year.
Yeah. Yep. Turned out to not be that big a deal, but oh my, I remember. Yeah, Cortez gave up. I want to say this is wrong, but I want to say he gave up 9 home runs in that game.
It sure felt like it. I don't think he ever recovered.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't believe he's signed right now. Here's another auto. This Jack Wilson looks pretty good. Jacob Wilson, sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh, look at the color matches there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good looking card. All right, let me
nice,
see
Gundy. That's awesome. I wish I was going opening day. Yeah, it's fun to see new heritage cards when they come out. It just is that right mix of nostalgia and the modern feeling. Love that mix.
And some of these designs just look like this design it kind of pops.
It does.
That one was cool. I love the NL All-Star aspect of it. All right, hold on.
Yep, which is right on the base card. This is before they had All-Stars as an insert set, which I know when some of us collected in the mid 80s, the All-Stars were a separate insert set often.
Man, I really hope that isn't we have to someone can reverse image search that. I really hope that isn't Roman Anthony striking out. I didn't even think about it as possibly being
gotta be. He's not walking toward the plate. So maybe it was a smoking line drive out that he hit to the pitcher. And
it could have been something. Maybe he was just waiting for his chance to hit, and the guy in front of him struck out. I mean, I'm reaching.
Yeah, I think this is when he was hanging out with Cody Bellinger. Yeah, so he might be a little high there.
All right, Yankee fans, this is
when you first put that up, I thought that was Jim Abbott in his Yankee days.
Man, that's a tall hat.
Yes, it's our second 86 Leland reference, perhaps.
Right. But yeah, this is pretty cool, and I really do think you could make a case that these red inks, are some of the best rookie autos that we're going to get this year, Jeff.
I agree. I just, even after seeing this, even seeing the placement of this auto, I wish Roman Anthony's was a little higher. Maybe he did it. Maybe he changed it up on some of them.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? All right, wait a second. I'm seeing in the comments here. Turd Ferguson,
big hat.
Right?
Big hat.
All right, so Thick Boy, damn it. So Thick Boy said that they looked up the Roman Anthony, and does that mean it was a strikeout? I'm
guessing. It
is kind of a cool shot though. Like, it's just unfortunate that it preceded, or it's followed.
Rice Bowl. At what point do Ohtani autos start to dilute and drop in price? The cash cow has to come home at some point. Famous words from Scotty B from 2024, and they've not come down since. So I've stopped predicting what's going to happen with Ohtani cards in general, especially his licensed cards. I don't think we're going to get a drop in autos anytime soon. I do think the older autos, his first version, maybe into the second version of autos, are going to hold a premium over the new autos, since there will be more and more of those. But then again, those are on Dodgers cards, and that market still hasn't been diluted.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree with Jeff. I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. As long as he keeps doing what he's doing, it's really hard to say. But yeah, every year we're gonna get more autos, and at some point we will reach sort of a near saturation. Someone was asking about Caglione, so I want to pull that up.
Maybe, but as Gorilla Farmer says, who doesn't want an Ohtani auto? It just seems like his market is increasing, and the WBC did nothing to dispel that. His worldwide appeal and demand seems to be higher than just about any athlete since Michael Jordan. I think we have a ways to go before the saturation point. They may not keep rising, but I don't think we're going to ever see Ohtani autos for $100 or something like that.
No, because he is global. He's in a lot of sets, but he isn't I don't think he's got thousands of autos in every set.
Good point. A lot of his autos seem to be short printed, Chris, compared to some of the.
Yes, they want him in there so they can advertise him. Like, if you look at what's in Stadium Club this year, his gold chrome auto is at a 10. So he's in products because they want to be able to say he's in them, but he's not there aren't a ton. There aren't a ton. I like this Caglione pick, so I wanted to just
that's B Rom says he loves the pick as well.
Yep.
Another guy who raised his level of play and his awareness over the spring, and especially in the WBC.
We talked about Caglione in a recent spitballing. It was either the one that we put out on Monday or it's the one that's going out on Sunday. I get them confused. But he was bad last year, like really, really bad. But looks like a totally different hitter in spring training. Like he has hit, I think it's hit 2 balls over 114 so far in spring training or in March. He had a great WBC. He's still very, very young. But that's all positive. Let me give you a negative on Caglione. One of either Jeff or I, was this guy, drafted him in a dynasty league last week. So just I want all the information out there so you understand what you're getting into. But I really like him,
but I would not mind picking up a share of Jack.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I like that whole Kansas City team, especially in the Central, where they're, the Twins. Pretty soon they're going to trade Joe Ryan and Byron Buxton to the Braves. Just waiting for that to happen. That division's open for the taking.
A good point. Throwback reminds us that KC moved their fences in, trying to increase some offense. Shout out to another Brewer prospect, Andrew Fisher, who was excellent in the WBC. The future is bright for the Brewers. Absolutely, Kane.
Yeah. Don't. Oh boy,
gold out of 50. Anyway.
Man, that was a gold out of 5, Jeff. You and I might be bidding on it.
Might be going broke.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mad City Brew both appreciates the heads up and is angry that he's got to get rid of him now.
That's what I'm trying to let you guys know. Like, by the way, last year I had Cole Reagans on 2 of my 3 teams. I currently own no Cole Reagan shares. So, and I predicted he'd win the Cy Young last year. I'm not saying anything about him this year. So,
if you mean Kegs, yes, he's definitely going to be on the opening day roster.
Sure.
Some other big surprise though. Dylan Cruz is not, and maybe not a surprise, but Jason Dominguez is also not on the big league roster for opening day.
Yeah. I think that's the correct call in both situations. The poor Nationals, Jeff. As bad as the White Sox and Rockies have been, the Nationals might be on the precipice of a 120 loss season of their own.
What sort of season does James Wood have?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, like the variables are off the chart in both directions, right?
Yes. First half, second half last year. Just look at those.
This is a fun Michigan Cards and Crafts. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean that's a service I should offer on the side. Like you, if there's a fee where I promise I won't draft or purchase any cards of any players that you want.
We do have a lot of Brewer fans in the chat. Maybe we can all come up with enough money to ply Chris with not drafting.
I have agreed as a friend to Mad City Brew and to all Brewers fans and Jeff's entire family that I would not buy a Jackson Chourio card, and I do not own him. Excuse me, in any fantasy league. And I won't.
So far, so good until Chris trades Acuna for him. Thanks for joining us, Giovanni. Have fun with the wife. You'll have to watch the rest of this later.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully the link worked for you guys. Pulled the trigger on the card on the screen. Nice. Tags.
Awesome. I like the blue on this is a really nice color match.
Love the light blue, the baby blue jersey. Yeah. Well, Tex PC cards. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, hold on. Tribe Wax Collector. This is very funny. So Jeff runs a rotisserie fantasy league, and I've been in it now for close to 10 years, I think, Jeff. But Merrill, it's an auction style league, and Merrill is a keeper of mine. So I kept him last year. I think that's what happened. So rolling the dice again this year. I have him at $11. I gotta keep him for that. All
right, you better hit his DMs because the draft is coming up, Tribeca. If you can ply him with enough money, maybe he'll throw him back into the player pool.
Yep. There's more Maker's Mark at Costco, Jeff. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Dominguez, I heard today that he is not on the roster.
That is correct. He did not make he will not be on the opening day roster.
Yeah, do some Brewer fans a favor.
Buy some Cubs cards. God, who would I even want? Oh, I have Pete Crow Armstrong in the Jeff and I are also in a head-to-head dynasty league. I've got
I have
Pete Crow
PCA
Armstrong
in my league, so maybe one. Yeah,
Yeah, you can thank me for that.
We each have them.
Yeah. You can thank me for the second half swoon because I tried to trade him for Acuna right after Acuna came back, and the other owner wanted like PCA and Tatis and a pitcher, and I'm like, oh no way. And then PCA gave me one more good month, and then completely shit the bed. So hopefully, he looked pretty good in the WBC though.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Sorry. I don't have any of his cards.
Thank you, Jeremy, for bringing this up. I was asking about this. Chris, do you have a nose on the throwback checklist? Because that's of interest to me.
I don't, but I'm going to grab it right now.
I couldn't bring myself to look at it after seeing the list from last fall.
Hey, the Christopher Sanchez card is probably becoming a pretty valuable card.
Although, truth be told, check this out, Chris.
Uh-oh. If I could stop coughing, that'd be amazing. But it just won't go away.
I picked up this card.
Oh, I'm going to stop sharing. What do we got there?
Say one of the heritage from last year throwbacks or throwback variations.
I can't even see the name. Like you're moving it too much.
Logan Evans.
Logan Evans. All right. You know what I can appreciate on that image, Jeff, is that Topps didn't crop out the trident.
Yeah. They just left it go way up on top.
I love it. That looks great.
No, I'd love to see the.
Give me a second. I'm looking for it.
I saw a short documentary where some guy bought a $2 million Dominguez 1/1. Well, I mean, that might have been his Bowman first, which went for almost $500,000. That went for I think $494,000. Oof,
that's tough. That's like anytime you guys are thinking about putting real money into a prospect, remember, we don't know who these guys are. All right, Jeff. Here's your throwback. Here we go.
Wow. Okay. All right.
You got to be excited about a potential Mike Trout.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I love those Devil Rays uniforms. Hopefully Camaro's got a Devil Rays on.
And Harper's got to be wearing that powder blue, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. They have 3 Rays and 4 Phillies and 3 Angels. It shows how few teams actually do the throwbacks anymore, which is why I thought they originally stopped. Everybody just went to only City Connects. So please, MLB, go back to throwback uniforms because their cards are so cool.
Yeah, they really are. I'm excited for what that Trout's going to look like. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Baseball card, Brett. That's a decent checklist, though.
Jeremy said Harper's on it. Yes, a much better.
Let me find it. By the way, Zach Neto is a mainstay in I think all of Jeff's fantasy baseball teams. So I feel like you have to
love that guy, and I will be checking him out. I know he's got a little bit dinged up this spring. Hopefully, he can get a full season in because he's a 35 guy waiting to happen. Canes Lands Brewers did the throwback powder blues, and they are incorporating them into this year's regular road uniforms, which is awesome. Okay.
All right. This feels like a the sponsorship though feels pretty
not quite a throwback. That's not quite a throwback. Yeah.
But not only Jeff is that's a pretty cool card. I'm not sure what the pack. I do like he's like the hand movement on the barrel of the bat or the handle of the bat looks kind of cool.
He's getting ready to hit. I do
but
like
it
that.
It feels like a fairly reasonable price here.
Yeah, it does. Or best offer.
Best offer.
Oh yeah, Canes, if you're using that, if you're buying anything, if anybody picks up this Harper, use that QR.
If anyone wants to watch Jeff lowball an eBay seller in real time, strap in.
There's a Chandler Simpson.
Is that also on eBay?
Let me pull up my let me pull up the link.
Okay, while you're doing that, I should throw the oops. Put the trivia in there. Obama 27 says he's all in on Ben Rice. One thing I really like about Ben Rice is that Topps likes Ben Rice. And he has some really good looking Topps cards. That Chrome Update SP is probably like, that might be one of the 10 best Topps Chrome cards of last year. And that always helps. Okay. I'll mute that. Yeah, so trivia is up there. Again, we're playing for a Acuna card. A lot of these questions are going to have a Topps Heritage kind of a feel to them, hue to them, if you will.
Oh, Bomber, thanks for joining us from down there.
Nice. Yeah, I know, Jeff, you aren't a big prospector, but when like a Brewers prospect, I see Canes Lance talking about Jesus Made, you have to be kind of interested, right?
Very interested. And I love watching him play. He gunned a guy out today. I don't know if you saw, I posted on Instagram last week, just the sound of the ball off his bat when he was sent back to minor league camp, which wasn't a real surprise, but just smacking the ball around there. Only 18. He's tough for Churio. I waited until he got to the big leagues to buy any, and I'm trying to hold the same discipline for Made, but it's tough.
It is, and it's funny. Like you would think, like the general thought would be, well, I should wait because, like, and maybe I'll pay a little bit more when they're established, but at least I'll feel better about it. But that's like not even how it goes. Like Made cards are so high now.
Right. I mean, even look at what Caglione's cards did, right?
Yep. Here's the Chandler Simpson. That's a pretty cool card. Okay.
Let me
look at that forearm vein.
Yeah. Oh, Devil Rays. Okay. Oh, yeah, I dig that. Yeah, he is pumped in more ways than one.
Oh yeah, that guy's a blood donor waiting to happen right there.
That's a great image. That is really cool. That reminds me of the Ohtani screaming image that we pulled out of Stadium Club.
Well, all right, hold on. I also wanted to point out
SK27 Heritage Breakers Delight. Is that a real thing? I can't imagine that would be, because it's like the anti-breaking products. There's so much base in it, but I bet that's probably not there.
I'm sure. I mean, I bet they go through it a little bit. There we go. I want a quick shout out to everyone on Instagram who sent me this card. I'm a big fan of it. I know it's ridiculous, and it almost looks like an unlicensed, like a Panini card. But we got Ronald Acuna Jr. swinging a hammer. I've never seen that before, so I will definitely be getting a copy of this card at some point. Show me something I haven't seen before, and I get excited and I want it.
Thanks, Canes Lens. Yeah, you can use the QR code. I did put the link in here if that's easier. Anything you guys buy within 24 hours or bid on within 24 hours of clicking the link, then we get credit for it. Paul, I still have my $5 Topps check from 1994 during my first spring training before the strike. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool collector's item. Little Americana right there. Baseball card Brett, that's hilarious. From the Bob Vila collection.
A little home improvement. You could see the Dave Parker swinging the sledgehammer. I tell you, that was my favorite part as a kid when he had his time in Milwaukee with the Brewers. They'd play sledgehammer, and he'd be out there in the on-deck circle with the sledge, swinging it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's not as strong as Dave Parker. Very few people on Earth in human history have been as strong as Dave Parker, Jeff. But
yeah, I mean, you're probably throwing your shoulders out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do like this. It's just weird. And I think it's in a good set. I would want an image like this in either this or Stadium Club.
Yeah, this is it's a great card. Oh, sorry, Wicked. I understand what you're saying. No, we don't have a shop. We're not selling cards. It's just we have an eBay affiliate link so that if anybody buys something after clicking on our link or through the QR code, we get like a % of the whatever sale it is. So it's a way to support the channel without having any extra money come out of your pocket.
Bazooka Tom, congratulations, buddy. If we gave out chips, this is what we would give out chips for. So well done. It's not easy.
No,
it looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
We Jake and Jeff and I hung out like 2 weeks ago, and I had pre-ordered Stadium Club. I actually got a pre-order that worked. I was able to order 3 boxes back when Freeman's on the box, Jeff, and I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be variations. There's going to be autos. Like, I need all this product. I can't wait to get it. And of course, by the time I got it, I didn't even want it. Like, it was such just a kick in the groin. Jake and I ripped a box. Our auto was in the first pack. The good news is it was a Dwight Gooden. So that's actually one of the better autos I've ever pulled out of Stadium Club. Like an actual player I recognize who had a good career. It was a cool card. He had a nice auto. I should have actually had it with me.
Yeah, what's the picture on it?
It's in the office. If it manages to make its way out here, it's in a pile of Stadium Club cards. Maybe it'll magically appear in a few minutes. It's a pretty cool. It's a cool looking card. But then we started opening up the second pack, and I think it was Jake was like, "Wait, what else might we pull in this?"
You said nothing. You said
Nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It was 15 packs of base cards and like some shitty looking inserts after that. Because yeah, you take out the chromes and you take out the image variations. Like, what else are we looking for? And as soon as he said it, I hadn't really thought about it. But I'm like, oh my god, there's literally one card in this entire box. That's it. So yeah.
What a way to just kind of crap all over one of the most collector friendly products they've had.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten an answer on exactly what happened. The only thing I do know for sure is that we will be getting Stadium Club again next year. This was not the end of Stadium Club.
It seemed like a swan song, like we're just gonna kind of piss it away. But yes, if we're getting it next year, let's have higher hopes.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I know. That's the only, and it gives me a little bit of hope that something went wrong somewhere along the lines. I don't know if we'll ever get an explanation, but you're right. Gooden is no Thunderbird.
Paul, this is okay. Was drafted 93 at first spring training. Topps made out $5 checks to everyone for your rights if they printed a card of you. That's crazy. $5. So Paul, did that change? Was that just because it was your first year, your spring training? Did that amount vary depending on if a player had MLB service time? And
wait, does that also mean
that's awesome.
Jeff, does that also mean that Paul Bowman? Wait, someone got a card. Paul Bowman has a card.
Well, he said during the strike, so I don't know if maybe he didn't get a card in the interim because of the production issues. Paul, let us know if you have cards.
Yeah,
and thanks for watching the show.
Yes, and just to quickly summarize here for Wicked Cards and more. Topps, the Stadium Club came out, sort of like a bastardized, skinnied out version, hollowed out version of the product, with no chrome base cards, so no gold minted, no image variations, like, none of the stuff that people really, really liked. So we don't know what happened. We don't know why that happened.
Let's be kind to Stadium Club Chrome. He's getting pretty upset here in the comments. We keep talking about this.
Yeah, let's stop talking about that.
A couple questions about. I wanted to get to All Kings, Chris. Somebody bought or seen an All Kings card in person. I'm really considering a Hank Aaron one, but it's outside my normal price range. I have yet to see one in person. Yeah, all the ones I've seen online look incredible, though. It's one of the best insert sets that Topps has done.
Yeah, they do look really good. That's all I know.
Yeah. So good luck if you pursue it.
Yeah. Can we speak of All Kings? Can we talk about All Aces and what in the hell is going on here, Jeff?
I saw the video. Oh man, I can't remember who it was on IG. Somebody said it's a 70,000 print run on this card.
It's something like that. Yeah, it's this card is not. It looks kind of cool, got playing card kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
but goodness gracious, what's going on?
This is one of the first cards my son bought at a card show. We went to the Burbank card show. Or a Burbank card show. I guess it was the first one, maybe. It was a long time ago. And he negotiated a price on this because I think it was the guy had it up for $20. He offered, I think, 15 and they agreed on 16, something right around there. So he got an ace. So it's been in his binder ever since. Well, then about 6 months ago, this card started taking off and hasn't slowed down since. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a great job by your son, by the way.
He
deserves some credit here.
An update to that story that is at PSA now because we thought, well, just send it into PSA because it's getting a ridiculous premium for PSA 10s.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just pull this up. I'm going to switch over.
Cito sold this for $200. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, so here we go. The PSA 10 pop is currently $2,745. It's not a rookie. He's on the Angels.
An insert? Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. But I mean, I feel like it's.
I think this happened to a lot. I think.
That's not right.
Yeah. Canes Lance bought one of those 2 years ago. If you still have it, dig it out. Dig it out. Ripon Dodger said he read there are more PSA 10s than 9s, and Chris will tell us shortly.
That is correct. Yep. We're looking at 2,700 10s, 1,266 9s, 227 8s. I mean, all the way down to 3 PSA 4s. So
PSA,
maybe
3 of them get the PSA 4.
Maybe the 4 is the card to go after, Jeff. It seems rarer.
You go after the 4 and crack it and sell it raw. People are going to.
I know we're in like some sort of Ohtani phase here, but there's got to be a limit. This
card be part of it. Michigan Cards and Graphs. People think it's way more rare because of the new All Aces, which are rare. The new versions of All Aces and All Kings are much more rare than it originally started as. So there has to be something to that, but it started to increase the price before that even really happened. I don't know.
I mean, the high side of life here breaks it down pretty straightforward. It's a good looking card. JAGLC. And he's the best player. So, I mean, if you want to just make it simple, there you go.
Yep. And Stadium Club Chrome thought somebody was a sucker paying 50 for it. James, go dig your 5 or 6 out. You can take your family out to a nice dinner for that.
Yeah.
You can take them on a trip if you get them graded.
Well, a trip, but you won't be able to leave for about 18 months.
Yeah. So plan ahead.
All right, I'm gonna put the trivia link in there one more time. We're approaching.
We should do that. I just real quick wanted to get to. Let's see, marked it. Oh, Wicked Cards and More. I think this is sentiment shared by many who are getting into the hobby in the last year or two, overwhelmed with so many parallels and inserts and refractors, not knowing what is what half the time. That's absolutely true. So you give yourself some grace. Watch some shows, try to see some breaks, maybe just to see what cards are. Search eBay. There's no easy way to sift through it all. You just got to give yourself time. We've been back in the hobby for years now, Chris and I, and we're still discovering new things. So that's just the way it is.
I have friends that send me messages. I get about once a day, I'll get a message of someone sending me a picture of a card and saying, "What is this?" Like, I pulled this out of Flagship, or I pulled this out of Topps Chrome. Like, what parallel is this? And it's a problem. It really is. So Wicked Cards and More, like, you're going to be faced with a lot of difficult questions. I would say just be patient. Like, don't rush into anything, because we're in a parallel saturation situation right now, which is fun to say, but not fun to be in.
Parallel saturation.
Yeah.
And just be careful, especially if you're just getting into it. Be careful. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. You can always send Chris and I messages on Instagram. At My Favorite Cardboard, Baseball Card Addict, or the show. We've got our site too if you have any questions. This is a great tip from Tribeca.
Yes.
Beckett checklist is great. Yeah, you can watch breaks to see what kind of cards are out there, but don't listen to them as far as what rarity is, because chances are they're doing everything they can to pump their business.
Yeah, I personally, this is a thing Jeff and I talked about. I'll throw it here again now. One of the big tricks in the hobby right now is numbering. Just because something is numbered, it does not necessarily mean it's in demand. There might only be 200 of those Aqua Lavas, but that doesn't mean 200 people want them.
Exactly.
So just don't be excited to buy something just because there's numbering on the back of it. Yeah. John Mayer, this card sounds awesome. Very cool. Yeah, if there's a 90s card I'm interested in, it's the 93 for the 95 refractors. I think I still have a Greg Maddux. I love that set as a kid.
Yeah, and if you watch Spitball, and Scotty B is a big proponent. He's gotten heavily into the 90s cards, so he has some really good videos about rare 90s cards.
Before we run trivia, I'm curious what you guys think about this. This came up on Topps Dugout a couple days ago.
What is this?
So it looks like a redemption card, but it's actually just it's $7,500 worth of Fanatics bucks, just in a pack.
Okay. I certainly would like to see that in my box. It's just a little concerning that they're putting these big hits in, right? Just like the rookie debut patch, and justifying the $1 million to 1 shot of getting that as a justification for increasing their price initially. Yeah. So that's a little concerning, because what's going to happen next? Are they going to get to, there's going to be $1 million redemption in one of these There's going to
Well,
be
they're already, I mean, there basically is, right? There are some
Yeah.
vintage card redemptions for vintage cards in 2026 because we're at the 75th anniversary. So there is, yeah, it's gambling. Like there are some really, really great long range odds cards that you can pull out of flagship. I don't want to be negative. You won't, but like it's possible. Like, I mean, the that dual logo, man, we just looked at that came out of Topps Chrome.
Sure did.
A couple $100 for a hobby box, and that was in there, but that's not going to happen. These are needles in a haystack the size of which we can't even like comprehend.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger haystack.
Yeah. All right, hold on. There's a couple comments in here I want to get to. K Deuterino, that's awesome. That does sound like a really good band name, Parallel Saturation. 1993 Select Aces, Rock Latex, that's a really cool set. And man, Juan Guzman was like one of the best pitchers in baseball for 2 or 3. He and Scott Erickson were just everywhere.
Scott Erickson in the black shoes.
Oh yeah.
If they reduce the parallels now, Baseball Card YouTube would collapse with nothing to complain about.
Right?
Well, believe me, even before the parallels started, Chris and I had a few things to complain about in our why.
Yeah, like Rafael Devers' nipples and man boobs on an SP.
Yeah, some of the pictures.
I will complain about that. I'll complain about that until I'm hoarse.
I was just telling Chris Allen that Ohtani had several potato chip cards, and here he talks about the 2016 Team Japan Calbee potato chip card. It's a PSA 10. Congratulations. I don't know if it has grease on from the potato chips, but shocked that PSA values it at $700. I swore I bought it years ago for $10. Not surprising. Yes. And related to that, Eric, who has collected for literally 50 years, the Ohtani hype is unprecedented. So it's hard to say where that's going to go, but it's also hard to extrapolate anything that happens in the Ohtani market to the broader market.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like that Judge Superfractor. I don't think that really affects the broader Judge market, but
I don't either. Except, and we talked a little bit about this on Spitballing as well. It just gets baseball cards, trading cards into places that it doesn't normally get into. You might see it on CNBC or Fox News or CNN. They might do a piece about a baseball card that sold for $5 million. So that raises a little bit of awareness. And if you get any percentage of those people who go back and look at their collections, maybe get back in. So I can see the awareness level, but as a direct effect on Aaron Judge cards, it's minimal.
Yeah, I don't think it means his base autos go up, are now worth 2 times or anything like that. Like that 1 of 1 is special, and yeah, it's always going to be that way.
Murphy is looking to you for some advice, though, Chris.
Okay, hold on. I just want to say, multi-fandom lover, we're happy to help out with any questions. It's really hard to navigate, and the whole system seems designed just to pull money out of your wallet.
Yeah.
So you got to try to fight it,
and well, Chris was better at that. But for me, when I came back into the hobby in 2017, I just didn't really know what I was doing. And it was so much different than when I left it in the junk era. And there were relics and autos, and you could buy into team breaks. And I wasted a lot of money doing that rather than trying to figure out what I liked. So it's worth taking a little time to do that for yourself. We do have videos about that. We have some SSP specific videos on the channel if you want to check those out, just to try to guide you through some of the more esoteric terms that we start to use.
I definitely benefited from Jeff's early missteps. It was nice to hear.
I was able to steer Chris away a little bit from joining 1,000 Braves breaks just because that was his favorite team when he got back in. Yeah, legit. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be drowning in a sea of like Ozzy Albies cards that I would love to have, but don't need to have. Yeah. Murphy. Okay. So Murphy has a question about his PSAs. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, you can drink those tears away. It's brutal. It can be, we've recently gotten our asses kicked on a PSA sub as well. It came with an upcharge, which was kind of hilarious. We'll talk about that maybe next week. But yeah, we just have to shake it off and back on the horse, I suppose. We've talked about it before, and especially with our friend Teapot posting his most recent video or a recent video about how the grades are so inconsistent. It's tough. It's tough. And Bazooka Tom, we're right here with you. Chris was just over the other day, and we were looking through cards, and a lot of them are ending up in one touches. They're just going to stay where they are because the cost of sending to PSA, the inconsistency and the time it takes to get them back isn't necessarily worth it, especially for PC cards. So there's definitely still a use case, and we still use PSA, but primarily PSA now for us is the engine with which we grade a card that we might be wanting to sell because we know it increases the value. We sell it and then are able to buy more cards for our PC, which will probably stay in one touches. So,
yeah, Mookie Tilson, that's exactly right. In Stadium Club Chrome, yeah, there are a lot of parallels that I'm not entirely thrilled about.
Well said, Mookie.
Yeah. K Deuterino, yeah, be patient is really the top thing. While I'm setting trivia, Jeff, can you just go into your PSA account and I just thought we'd give people a sense of the turnaround time.
Sure.
Like we have a sub that's currently in assembly, and it's in assembly now, and it still says the estimated completion date is April 22nd.
And it's been in assembly for at least 2.5 weeks.
It's been in assembly for a long time. Yeah, I'm not sure when we dropped it off, but just to give you guys a general time frame of what bulk is doing. I know they raised the prices, but there are still a lot.
Yes, so that is.
Let me put that trivia link in there one more time.
Let me see if I can. I'll show this so I can show the.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Can you see it, Chris?
I can. Yes, I see.
So here's our order. Yep. See when it arrived, December 3rd, I think.
Yep.
Which means we dropped it off even before that, because it takes a few days for them to get market as received.
I think it may have taken a couple of weeks, actually.
Pre-Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Order prep, research and ID grading. It's been in assembly for multiple weeks, as I've said. And then it's still got QA before the grades are ready. So there you go. Yeah. Estimated completion date, April 22nd.
Yeah, we're this is not. It's both a blessing and a curse. Like, there's a big delay because a lot of people are grading with PSA. A lot of people are grading with PSA because the hobby's doing really well. And the better the hobby does, the better it is for all of us. The more people we have to talk about it with and engage in it with. But we need PSA to step up their game. Someone said in the comments there, I think it was Wicked Cards and More. Yeah, we need PSA to not be, but they are. They clearly are. SGC had a shot. PSA bought them. BGS used to be number one, but PSA or collectors bought them too. So like, we're running out of options here. You can look at sales and see that at this point, a PSA 10 is in some cases close to double like a min gem, Jeff. Like
and Wicked Cards that. Until somebody's willing to pay what they pay for a PSA 10, for a CGC, or an SGC, or a Beckett, it's not going to change. And that's the reality.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Throwback makes a good point.
Yeah,
the actual number of baseball and football and basketball cards graded hasn't changed that much since 2020, since the very peak. It's up a small percentage. What has changed, and it's up by 12x, is the amount of TCG cards graded. And I don't blame them because Pokemon cards are so easy to grade compared to baseball cards. They don't have those 50,000 parallels from each set. So I wish they could kind of separate the two businesses. They finally raised in the most recent price adjustment. They raised Pokemon cards to be equivalent to sports cards. So maybe
that was a pretty big jump too. They jumped about $8 or $9 per card for trading for the trading card games, which finally, but I mean, go more. If people are going to do it, it should be $30 a card. If they're grading 1 million plus trading card game cards per month, like jack it up, slow it down. And
I believe they just started comic books. I got a email about that. I could get a deal. It was like $10 off my first comic book. Chris, I wanted to show our latest value bulk sub.
Okay, yeah.
A time frame.
Yep.
So dropped it off early February, into the system mid-February. We're looking at late June.
Oof. Yeah, it's we also discovered a tiny hack. When you drop off a bulk sub, even when you drop it off in person, sometimes we had one that took, I believe it was 6 weeks, Jeff, to actually get checked in. I think it was actually the one you were just showing. We dropped it off, in November. It didn't even show that PSA had it, until December. But if you drop off a bulk sub with a higher level sub at the same time, it appears that PSA will check the bulk sub in with the higher level sub that you drop off, if that makes sense.
Correct.
So if you have an express order, put your bulk sub with it, drop them both off at the same time. And I think they're both, our experience with this is they're both getting checked in at the same time. So at least you kind
so
of,
it's not going to increase the speed at which your bulk order gets graded, but at least it bypasses those waiting times to get checked in because it gets checked in when your express does.
yeah, a small benefit, saves you a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Give me a second here. Okay. All right. All right. First of all, Jeff, let's take a minute and really hope that trivia works.
Okay. Yeah.
We got a pretty good crowd in there. Let me get this up on the screen. Guys want to hop in. We're giving away a pretty cool Acuna card tonight. Where'd it go? Which I've now lost. Nope, there it is. Right here, signing autographs, 2020. Not that one. Yes, this. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, we got
60. And again, a huge shout out to those of you who have supported both our trivia and our trivia prizes. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and Kane's Lance, this is exactly right. That is the problem. Like CGC and tag, you get your cards back, you'll spend less and get them back faster, but like to no value benefit, you're basically spending it's like a $30 one touch or a $15 one touch. Like, so until that makes financial sense, it just doesn't make sense.
Yes.
To us at least.
Doesn't make dollar and cents.
Yeah.
And tag is getting more expensive too, so it's not exactly cheap homophobic. You're right. It's just the time is much quicker.
Yeah, we like them at shows because that you can make your custom cards with them, and that's fun. Do you have yours nearby, Jeff?
I do. Here's Chris and I and Jake. West Coast Card Show. Tag isn't doing much sports these days anyway. It does primarily TCG.
Yeah.
And Mike, this is an interesting question. If you only grade for PC, CGC has some very clear slabs. Okay.
They do.
But we talked about this on Spitballing with Scotty too, because he's got a lot of Billy Butler cards that he wants to grade. But CGC also just raised their prices. So here's their chance to get their foot in the door, maybe even lower their price to get more people sending to them. And they raise their price. So I don't know. I don't think.
But I also just don't. I also, Mike, honest question here, like grading for my PC, like anything that I've graded, I know in the back of my mind, there's a chance that I'm probably going to sell this card at some point. Like I have a box that is my PC, and it's like Freddie Freeman holding the World Series trophy. It's Acuna, those 40-70 cards that are signed, and none of that stuff's graded. That's all in like one touches. It's all in their original Topps thing. Like, I don't know. I don't. It's weird to spend the money to grade a card. Like I'm sort of investing money into my card, Jeff. I'm just the value of that card to me doesn't change depending on what slab it's in. Just the resale value changes.
It's taken a few years, but that's definitely where I've come to as well. Even because grading was much cheaper when I first got back in, and if I wanted a low-end Yelich card graded from my PC, I could spend the $11 and get it graded. Now I just keep it into one touch.
Oh, wow. All right. This is cool. I'm glad we were able to, All
right.
We could help anyone do anything. That's nice to hear on a Friday night, Jeff.
The BP's under control. Very well done, Greg.
Yeah. 603 collection. CGC slabs are very, very clean. I'll give you that. They're super clear. Okay. All right. Let's get these comments off. Let's run some trivia. Now, Jeff, you did not get a pre-look at these questions, so let's just hope
I didn't. So hopefully I can pronounce all the names in here.
Yeah. There are some tricky ones. All right, what do we got? We got a pretty good turnout. Yeah, we're at like 70 some odd people. All right, here we go. I'm starting the timer, I think.
Great.
I'm going to try to
while you're going, this is a great reminder, curator. All our family members, our kids, our wives, our significant others, our parents are probably not huge sports fans. And if and when we go, those people probably look to sell. So anything we can do to help them out is probably good. Yeah,
that's a little dark before we get into trivia, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not. And also, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Let's go. I keep thinking about that guy that that passed away like about a year ago, and then his family found his collection and they got everything authenticated, and it was like $30 million worth of cards. And it just,
Oh yeah, the Uncle Joe or whatever he was. Yeah.
that story makes me so sad with like the life that guy could have lived for his last like 15 years. But
And he just
maybe
lived
he
in
was
a
happier.
small apartment. Yeah.
Maybe he was happier with those cards than he would have been like touring Europe and, spending a month in Vegas. Maybe he was
Sure.
happier the way he lived. So I should look at it in a positive way, but
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get into trivia. More philosophical debates to be had afterwards. Ready?
Yes,
Jeff,
of
are you
course.
ready? How's
Thanks.
the voice?
Those of you who've joined, let's roll.
Let's rock and roll. Some topical stuff, some heritage stuff, and some random glutes questions.
Playing for
Okay.
Acuna.
We're
Remember,
playing
the
for
quicker you
Acuna.
answer,
Let's get nasty.
countdown. Yeah, interest. That's a lot in interest. And then the family just sold them anyway, so they lived high off the hog. Who was the MVP of the 2026 World Baseball Classic? Was it Ronald Acuna Jr., Salvador Perez, Miguel Garcia, or Wilyer Abreu? Could have almost been Bryce Terang.
He had a great, Team USA was great.
Yep. Widely diverse responses here. 45% of you went with future Royals great, Miguel Garcia. And I can't get over how much they talked about how bad he was at the beginning of his major league career, and people bailed on him. And now he's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
Who is the only manager to lead Team USA to a WBC championship? Was it Jim Leyland, Bruce Bochy, Tommy Lasorda, or Buck Showalter? This is a great clue given to us by a Blabbin fan for a trivia question. Ooh, he also wore very tall hats. Jim Leyland smoking a stogie. Was that 2017, Chris?
Yes, 2017.
Newbies, baseball card Brett and Ryan.
Okay.
2026 Topps Heritage Black Refractors are numbered out of what? 73, 75, 77, or 79? Oh, man, that's a tough question.
These two are tough. These two in a row are pretty tough.
One.
It gets easier as we go, but I'm swinging hot out of the gate.
I have no idea on this one, but 64% of you did. Yep. Well done. Congratulations. It's 77.
Oh, yeah. Oh, newbies.
Hey, Hitman 23, we owe you a card. Send us a message, Hitman 23. Yeah. Whose Topps Heritage Red Ink rookie auto is this? Is that Aaron Judge, Rafael Devers, Corey Seager, or Ronald Acuna Jr.? I see a little hint on there. It's a very large cursive letter.
Yep, a big hand, too.
Big hand. You know what they say about big hands and big A's. 96% of you went with Aaron Judge. That might be a new high.
That might be a new high.
Score.
I told you it would get easier.
Newbies, Hitman 23. As I was saying, Hitman 23, send us a message because I owe you a card. Whose Topps Heritage rookie card is this? Is that Roman Anthony, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt Jr., or Paul Skeens? All right, I'm trying to.
The stripes, a little hint.
Yeah, some clues, some context clues there, as my kids are learning in their reading class.
Oh, there you go.
73% of you said future Yankees great, Paul Skeens. And you are correct. Well done.
Hitman 23. What did you get wrong here? What happened?
Yankees great.
All right.
This Acuna 2018 Heritage Gold Refractor rookie is numbered out of what? 50, 25, 10, 5.
Hey, congratulations to the member of the Spitball on Discord who picked this up on Fanatics Collect about a month ago.
Great buy. On the Discord did?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Great buy.
Shout out. Join the Spitball on Discord. 55% of you went with 5, and you are correct. We missed those days. Clean card 5, 1 point ahead of Hitman 23, right ahead of Win Cities. This Acuna 2018 Sapphire Red Refractor is numbered out of what? 1, 5, 10, or 25. That's a beautiful card, Chris.
It sure is. In any grade, Jeff.
Any grade. Any grade. Even raw.
Yep. Okay.
Almost half of you said 5. 25% of you got it correct.
Yep. Yeah. Don't ask for any consistency.
No, sometimes Sapphire's purple, sometimes red is 10. Which of these 2018 Juan Soto rookie autos are stickers? Bowman's Best, Topps Chrome Update, Topps Dynasty, or Topps Heritage High Number? There's a sticker in there, and it's usually one of the most sought after rookie autos.
All right, good job.
I'd say for Soto, it is not because of that.
Agreed.
69% of you went with Topps Chrome.
Oh boy, Clean Card's been on fire since
Clean Cards, Newbie back in business, and Joe Jack Jack. What year are Roman Anthony's first Bowman Chrome autos? 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. Ooh, this is a good question. First Bowman Chrome autos.
I had to look this one up to make sure.
I have a guess, but I don't know if I am correct. And I would have guessed wrong. I would have guessed 2024.
Yep, 2023.
Well done for you, 47. Drop the Discord link in the chat. That's a great idea, Chris. If you have a chance to do that. Cards 5. Whose Topps Chrome rookie card is this? Look at those glutes. Nolan Arenado, Freddie Freeman, Bryce Harper, or Joey Votto? Whose rookie glutes are those? Is that? Are those? Is that? I guess depends how many glutes you see there.
Yeah, that's
40% of you said Bryce Harper. Go close with Freddie Freeman right there. Your winners are, drum roll please, Hitman 23, 635, an excellent score on this. Wow. Very well done. Newbies card breaks the 700 mark at 718, which means the proud new owner of the Acuna card is Clean Cards 5. Well done.
Dude has been on a heater. All right, buddy, I'll get this in the mail to you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see.
We should just
I tell you, I think Clean Cards is. I think he's won about half of the last 8, 4 of the last 8, 5 of the last 8. Jeff, something like that.
We should just wait until the end of the year and then send him a giant flat rate box.
Yeah, I feel like anytime I go to make a label now, PayPal just starts auto-filling his information. Great job, buddy. Anytime a Braves fan wins a Braves card or a team, you know what I'm trying to say. Maybe
it's perfect. Baseball card, Brett. Thanks for joining us. It is Chris doesn't know it, but it is the NCAA tournament for basketball. So there's a lot of games on. Thanks for pulling yourself away for a while, baseball card, Brett. A couple requests for questions, Chris.
Yeah, more heritage questions. Okay. I curated cardboard. Oh, sorry, Jeff, you had that one. Yeah, congrats on your first top 10. Gorilla Farmer 09 had a good time. We do this every show. We'll run trivia now. It's actually really fun. We love putting this together, and I love seeing what questions you guys get and don't get. Sometimes, like Jeff and I literally have given the answer out 5 minutes before trivia, and like half of you guys still get it wrong. And that entertains me to no end. But yeah, that Aaron Judge, 96%, Jeff. I think that's a new high.
I think it's a new high. And Dylan, congratulations, finished 6th, but Fat Finger would have been even higher, but Fat Fingered the Acuna Heritage Gold. That's quite a coming out party. Dylan, welcome to the trivia. Dr. Bortz, you just win a congratulations.
We'll give you a little fist bump. I appreciate the correction here, D3 Collectibles. I had no idea what I was reading here.
But Chris is a big Transformers fan, so I think he was picturing Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Hopping on your lap.
Yeah, so I was his cat. Hey, listen, we love our pets, but sometimes you got to keep them at bay while we're trying to win trivia here.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
All right, no spoilers. But was it good?
You give it a thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we want. We want just one emoji as your answer. I'm excited to see this. My wife read the book. She really loved The Martian as well. So we're excited to see that. I started rage quitting.
Well, thanks for staying tuned in, because I could just see that driving you away.
Yeah. All right. Look, it's 7:34 here, 10:34 East Coast. Let's run through. So last night, the gentleman as Ephus Pitch was going to join us. And unfortunately, one of his children got injured. She's fine, but she did have to go to the ER for some stitches. It was just, unfortunately, it was really bad timing. He was like,
I'd be a really game, so I wasn't going to be here. Yeah. Chris and Bill were going to handle the show.
Yeah, but he was like, I feel like a really bad dad if I just like wrapped this up and like elevated her foot while we talked. So I appreciate good fathering. We'll have him back on. We'll get to it because he had some stuff he really wanted to get into. But I did queue up some Instagram shout outs from last night. So let's run through these, and I'm sure you, Jeff, you and your dad want to watch some basketball.
Of course, but I want to see some IG. But actually, Chris, can I show a card while you're lining that up?
Absolutely.
Here's a purchase I made recently. I don't know if you saw my post today, but I had a Keston as I showed, his rainbow foil auto. The non-autos are at a 25. So this baby is a 1 out of 25.
That is very cool.
Our friend Teapot sent me this listing, and it was $8 on eBay. Plus $1 shipping. So there you go.
Rainbow foils and Stadium Club art. If the rainbow foil autos, I think are your absolute best pull you can make out of Stadium Club.
But these non-autos are pretty cool too.
They are. They really shine up. They shine up really well. And actually, I'll take a second here. If anyone is actually, despite my poor review, if anyone watching is ripping 2026 Stadium Club, if you pull the rainbow foil of Freddie Freeman, our trivia champ, Clean Cards 5, has a run of Freddie Freeman rainbow foils all the way back from 2014 on. He's got them all, and he has yet to see one surface from this year. So if you happen to pull one, message us or message him on Instagram. He would love to buy that from you or trade you for it, something. Wow.
Catch face.
That looks like Pete Davidson's O-face as much as it does Christian Yelich's catch face.
So if there's any players you like or that you collect, see if you can find any of their rainbow foils from the last decade or so. There's some great.
Yeah, and they shine. And don't worry about the condition at all. They're super fragile. It doesn't matter. They're all numbered at a 25.
Not getting graded. Thank you, Retro Causality. I should check this out because those pearls do look pretty nice. That's a newer addition to Stadium Club over the past few years. Nice pickup, all that us. All right, Chris, what do you got here?
Okay, I want to start off with a dynasty card from the last WBC we had in 2023.
Oh, Michigan Cards and Grass, first giving you some business about 2020. Chris meant 2025 Stadium Club. As we know, 2025 Stadium Club comes out at the very butt end of the year. 2025.
Look, like I said, I've been coughing for 2 weeks. My wife and I are kind of in like our pre-summer sort of health kick right here. It's been a pretty unhealthy start to the year for us for various reasons. This is my first booze, actually, since I last saw Jeff. So it's been about 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
The tolerance, tolerance doesn't hold up.
Oh, let me tell you about that from my party on Monday night. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, even someone from Wisconsin like you, Jeff, I feel like you have the ability to process alcohol like just bred into you, and still, it's like any muscle. You got to keep it fresh.
Absolutely. Look at this beautiful card.
Yeah, this card is awesome. And yeah, Gigi's card's looking for the 2019 Hank Aaron rainbow foil. If anyone has any rainbow foils, let us know, or you can, we'll share them on Instagram, and I'm sure we can, if you're looking to sell them, I'm sure we can hook you up with prospective buyers. Yeah. So here we have 2023. I want to make sure I get my year right. I don't want to get blasted again in the comments. Yeah. So in 2023 Dynasty, they did patches from the WBC. There are some really, really cool ones out there, but the Venezuelan jerseys, Jeff, have amazing color in them. And this vertical Acuna is awesome. JB Cards 1991. This was a fantastic card.
Love the Venezuela jerseys and gloves. A lot of them had their flag colors, their country colors on their gloves, which is cool to see. And I think with the success of this year's WBC in general, the previous WBC cards are going to get a little bit more notice, including this.
I think so. Great. Yeah. And I'm curious what they're going to do. In 2023, we got like a finest insert set. And we got these in Dynasty, and that was pretty much it. So I'm curious to see what Topps is going to give us. They don't seem to want to put WBC images into Flagship or Chrome or Stadium Club, and I get that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Finest, because that's where you get the Trout, the saluting card. I think it
would be a fun place to see. Like, it would be a fun place for them to put some Stadium Club image variations of WBC guys. That'd be fun to see.
Oh yeah, that would be a nice theme to run through.
Roger, I'm a huge Brewer fan. I'm transplanted from Wisconsin, though, and I currently live in Southern California with a Braves fan right around the corner in Chris.
Yep, we got a lot of transplants out here, Jeff, and everyone. There's and not everyone in SoCal is a Dodgers fan. It feels like it sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this card comes from Cardboard Burloo. I think I'm reading that right. So this Bobby Witt SP is not super rare. But sales on it have kind of blown up lately. Witt is very popular, And this card is it's affectionate. It has an affectionate nickname, right, Jeff?
The multitude of 11 on that card.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bobby Witt mullet card. We have seen this card now sell in a PSA 10. It's nearing 1,000. It's crossed $800. And it's just one of those cards where the image is so cool and so popular that I think people are just like, the pop, damn the pop. I want one and I want it at 10. The back of jersey plus the mullet plus the eye black. It's really cool.
well said. I think it was over a year ago that we were looking at well over a year ago that we were first looking at this card and thinking of getting it for the Blabbin collection, but then also thinking the population seemed too high.
Yep, and we were wrong.
Yep.
We were wrong.
Yep.
Of all people, Jeff, we know the card image can make a big difference, and we should have just grabbed like 6 of these back when they were cheaper, but we didn't. So kudos to anyone who did. This card is awesome. This image is more memorable than his SSP, which is him like kind of walking, holding the bat. It's a cool shot, but it can't compete with Mullet Bobby.
No.
Mullet Bobby wins out. So I'm curious where this card goes, and if it's popularity versus the pop, if it can end up matching the SSP sales, just because people like this one so much more. We shall see. But
yeah,
it's
Tribeca,
cool
understandable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have hopped on this one.
Yeah, it's cool to see collectors respond to imagery like this. It gets me excited.
Cubs fan is pointing out that Topps now does have WBC cards, which is true. As you know, Chris isn't a huge fan of Topps now, so I feel like we're gonna not be too excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, some of them are cool. There are some good relics in there, and there's some good images. It's just it's not a product for me. I have a lot of issues with it, and I'm not going to get into it. But like, if you like it, if you want a souvenir from certain things, Topps now is your place to go. I have bought them before. Jeff and I have some from games we've attended. Like that's why I think it's a great time for Topps now. But
agreed. Yeah,
when they print up 25,000 cards and there's a 1 of 1 in there that's going to sell for 20 grand and it gets you to buy like 50 copies of it, I hate that. Now it's a scratch off lottery ticket, and I hate
exactly. It's become more of a lottery ticket, and I don't know. So I haven't bought one for a while, but I will if a big moment happens in a game that we're at again. Real quick, thank you, multi-fandom lover. This is appropriate to your name. Don't know if this breaks the stick to the topic rule, but I'm really curious, Jeff, do you think Dalton Baseman is a baseball card collector? I think so. And Chris has been pleading with me to get a Ken Griffey Jr. into Dalton Baseman's office. I did not manage to do so this season. Hopefully, if I'm back next year, I will. But I do have to say, I've got a big episode coming up on Tuesday. So anybody who watches Origins, please keep an eye out for me because I'm very proud of it. It's a big episode. Still working on getting the card in the scene.
Pleading, I think lobbying might even be a better verb. Like the show takes place in 1991.
Correct.
And Jeff's character,
we're up to 1992, Chris.
1992. Jeff's character is a naval agent. And he sticks to himself a lot. He stays in a basement. But, it's exactly how I would imagine most collectors of baseball cards existed in the early 90s. So there's no way this character doesn't have Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I begged him, just sneak one in, put on your desk. No one will notice it while they're shooting. And then it's there on the show. And it'll be amazing. So we'll see. Hopefully at some point.
I've got my red stapler in there, my Office Space tribute red stapler in there. I just wasn't able to get a card in there this season, but hopefully next year. So keep your eyes peeled. Dalton's got his collection at home.
Yeah. Jeremy D123 says, you're right. I forgot about those. Thank you for reminding me. 2023 Bowman Chrome also had some WB. So they did get him into 3 sets. So that's pretty good. And the finest ones are honestly, the finest ones look the best.
Really good. Yeah.
So if they do that again this year, I think you got to complete those insert sets, put them in a binder, and then just 4 years later, you do it again. So GG's cards, if you're watching, nothing I love more than giving you collecting projects. There you go.
Crazy Cryptids, they would love all that yellow in the background. They would love that.
You can't sneak 91 Fleer by anybody, Jeff. They're gonna
sneak it anywhere. No,
it'll throw off the whole color. Like I don't think the camera would have an issue with it.
The whole color palette. Yeah.
Yes.
The director would be like, cut. What is that behind Dalton?
Yeah. Why are we getting yellow here? All right, move on. I just want to point out there's a card in that sometimes start again. All right. Sometimes Tops follows us. That's the wrong way to phrase it. Tops is on social media. They watch social media. They're aware of certain things. There was a play happened in baseball last year, and there was a little movement on Instagram, like put this on a card, make this the card. Like we need this on the card. And they actually listened, Jeff. So I feel like I'm sure we shared this card before, but I just wanted to share it again. This is Denzel Clark's Golden Mirror rookie SSP shared by Canadians of the Hobby, who made it a point to track one of these down. When he made this incredible catch, it was all over Instagram. Like, put this on a card. It's like hashtag make this a card, I think was going around. And they did. So kudos to Tops for giving us an incredible Denzel Clark rookie card.
And huge kudos for them leaving the framing like that.
Yes.
It's incredible. Yep. It shows just how crazy the catch was. If you just crop him where he catches it, you don't get the whole experience. So kudos, Tops. We give them a lot of crap, but they're got to give them credit there.
Yes. Sometimes they do listen, and they give us exactly what we want. And it's cool to see a Denzel Clark card be in demand. Like, this routinely sells for over $100 because people are bidding on it. People want it because it's awesome.
Yep. Images matter.
Absolutely. Okay. Speaking of speaking of images, Crazy Cryptids Collects. Very fun account. He posted this. This has been in my queue to show on the show for a while, but we've been unfortunately a little inconsistent the last couple of weeks. For both of us have had stuff come up. But this is Wade Boggs' 1992 Stadium Club card. And how awesome a shot is this, Jeff? Really
cool shot. Look at him there. Look, he's about to dig into a plate full of chicken, but they photoshopped it out.
Either a plate full of chicken or a 24-pack of Coors Light, Jeff. I don't know which one's coming his way.
Right. No, awesome picture. I see you can kind of play a Where's Waldo and try to guess who the guys are surrounding him. It's a great shot.
Yeah, I want to know who hit the ball. Like, who are they waiting for at home plate?
Yeah.
So we need newbies cards or SFO. If you guys could let us know. I'm sure you probably know off the top of your head, but this is cool. The fans behind him still going nuts. Amazing card. I don't know how often Wade Boggs does signings, but this card would be a very top of my list of cards for Wade Boggs to sign.
So I'm reading, and Crazy Cryptid said it takes place on June 23rd, 1991. Where Dwight Evans hit a game-winning home run against the Orioles. Boggs is the first to greet him at the plate. So Crazy Cryptids already did the research, and there it is in the comments.
Okay. Yep, and you can tell. Listen, again, I'm a couple cocktails in. I can't read those words on the screen. I'm impressed, Jeff. You were able to decipher that.
Without my glasses. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
But yeah, so Dwight Evans. All right. Yeah, I can't, buddy. I legitimately can't. Like, I tried. Can't do it.
Turpin Forcer, I don't know if this is a fact or if you're speculating, but it sure seems like it does. It has a very photographic quality. And I remember when they first came out, it really stood out to me as somebody who had boatloads of 87 Tops, 89 Donruss, 91 Fleer. And then you see something like this and see the photos on it. It was really astounding.
Yeah, it really stood out. All right, we just talked about SSPs a little bit. I had this one queued up. Three guys cards shared this one. Actually,
this would be a good signing then. James Wynn says Wade Boggs is at the National every year. That'd be a fun card to have.
We might have to. You're going to be at the National, Jeff. We might have to get a copy of that and see if he'll sign it.
Mr. Little Thor says some of you have way too much patience to look up card picture origins. That's true. I have a hard time doing it, but I love it when people do and then reveal it.
By the way, I think you misspelled the word passion, and it came out patience. But I'm pretty sure you meant to say passion there. So this is Aaron Judge's flagship SSP. This thing is incredibly rare. It's basically Judge's version of the Ohtani hand-on helmet from the year before. Pops are about the same. It's like 13 or 14 for each card. So three guys cards here has a PSA 9. I think this is best flagship Aaron Judge card that you can get. I love this. That's all I got. His mouth is shut, so it works for me.
Yeah, a great shot. I've been under a lot of pressure from my fellow Blabbin mates, including Jake, to try to get myself a copy of this card. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, Randy Marsh, by the way, that's a fantastic South Park reference here. Yeah, the landing on rails is leaning on rails. That one is cool too. A little bit more common than this one. But yeah, that's a great shot too. I like we like dugout shots, on deck shots, stuff like that. I think that's a really cool way to get a little bit of personality and show
Yeah, you
some
get some
intelligence as well.
personality, you get some of their. You feel like you can throw yourself into what they're looking out at.
Yeah. All right, rarest not numbered. I'm sure that there should be a clear out of 10, but I'll be honest, Jeff, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen the platinum 101 either. Oh,
those are numbered. This is not numbered. So it is
rare. Yeah, you're right. Rarest non-numbered.
Correct.
Yeah, really cool. Okay. Next up, I want to go to SP Clubhouse. I briefly complained about Topps now. Another set that I feel is sort of the bane of my existence is Topps Black and White, because look how cool this card looks, Jeff. I should love this.
Yeah, Topps Black and White is funny because first it was an on-demand set made to order, and then it became a short printed set, and then you'd buy it by the set, and then you could only buy it. Then you could buy it in packs, but only online.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a very tough set for collectors to embrace because you're used to being able to go to a store and buy a box of the cards you want and pull. And that's not the case with Black and White. And it seems like some of the best shots have went from Stadium Club to Black and White. And Black and White has done a great job. I don't know where it's going to fall into place in the hierarchy over the coming years. It's just got some incredible pictures. I think the 1 of 1 is in full color, which is it's like the inverse of Stadium Club. I don't know. Great card here, though.
Yeah, some of these cards look incredible. The Ohtani SSP out of 2025 Black and White, I think, is his home run in the Tokyo Dome, and it's a nice wide angle shot. It looks awesome. I love how these cards look. I don't like that the fact that they're online only. I don't know. It seems to me that this is what Topps want. Between this and Topps now, they're taking out the hobby shop, and they want to be their direct. They want to sell to you directly, which I get to a point, but I don't know.
Well, I
don't
get to a
love this
point
set.
though. This needs to be another whole episode, but they want to sell to you directly. But at the same time, when they do have a product that's highly desirable and you try to go online and buy it directly, they have very few boxes available for sale. The majority of them go to the breakers, and then you can buy them later at a higher price. So it is frustrating because when Fanatics took over, they did say they want to get rid of the middlemen and distribute right to the customers, which is great, but they're not exactly doing that either. So we'll get to that some other time, but in any case, it causes a lot of frustration for collectors.
Yeah. And we like the middlemen. We like our hobby shops.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the middlemen versus, hobby shops versus distributors, I guess.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Yep. Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, but again, Topps, I will, on a complimentary way, Topps Black and White looks awesome. These images are fantastic. It's a very dramatic set. And if you contrast this set with what we got in 2026 Stadium Club, it was a very boring set. Of the 200 card checklist, there were about 20 that stood out and 180 shots of guys from their knees up that just look over and over again the same way. But so Black and White looks awesome. Right now, it's poisoned with sticker autos too. That definitely hurts it.
Yeah, that hurts the vibe. Canes Lance, absolutely. This is the card I got my son for his birthday last year.
Yep, that is a great card. Okay, just real quick in the comments here. Turp Enforcer 6200 as the camo judge rookie. That is phenomenal.
Yep.
Fantastic card. Congratulations. Hold on. There was another I wanted to get to. Where is it? There. Tex P card says he likes the leaning on railing Judge, because it reminds him of Babe Ruth. Buddy, there's an SSSP in 2020 that you're going to want to try to find. There's an SSP in 2020 Topps that's Aaron Judge batting, and they put Babe Ruth in the stands behind him. I don't know if you've seen it.
With Babe Ruth, yeah.
With Babe Ruth, yeah. Try to track that down. It's very cool to have them both on the same card, even if it's obviously photoshopped.
Yeah.
I think, right? Yeah.
Right there with you, B-Rom. Yeah. Love our local hobby shops. Just would not mind dealing directly with them or with Topps and taking the distributors out of the picture.
Yep. Exactly.
I did hear this Cubs fan. They're going to put $1 billion in expanding their card collection, their card distribution over the next several years. So I'm assuming that means they have a pretty significant relationship with Fanatics. Tough.
Tribeca Wax Collector was with us a little while ago. Not sure if you're still here. Text PCC Sky. If you want to, there's an image of it on my Instagram page, but you can also just do a Google search. I think there's one PSA 10 in the world, right? It's a really, really tough card. So We talked about Topps Chrome and their ever advancing, expanding parallel chain, but a true red out of 5, Jeff, still has a special feel to it, especially with that gold.
Has that cachet. This is incredible.
Yeah. Tri Wax Collector. This card is badass. It's such a really cool Jackson Merrill shot. And I know you've got the gold and I think the orange on your page too, but the true red. And this jerseys, Jeff, they're both ridiculous and awesome at the same time. Like I go back and forth on how I feel about it.
I love them. Yeah. My son played for the Padres last year and their little league had their City Connect jerseys. It was great. They wore these. They wore pink socks, pink belts. It's a lot of fun. It brings the fun in baseball. I love that. And as you know, we're huge fans of the Rookie Cup. So having the Rookie Cup on there with Jackson Merrill showing this type of exuberance, which he didn't necessarily show in signing his autographs early in his career, is awesome. Love this card.
Yeah. I believe we're going to get a nice bounce back out of Jackson Merrill this year. And I think the Padres have been overlooked. A lot of hype on the Dodgers, obviously, and other teams doing a lot more than they are, but the Padres are going to be good this year. Their bullpen's always good. The Michael King signing is good. Machado is 31 home runs away from 400. A fully healthy Tatis. Yeah.
And boy, did you see some of the defense he was flashing in the WBC?
Oh, yeah. I think the Padres are going to be – the NL is interesting. You could look at the NL. We'll talk about this next week when we do our preview. The NL, you almost could pencil in 6 of the 8 playoff teams, maybe even 7 of the 8 you could feel fairly confident on. But that 8th, it's going to be a battle for that spot, Jeff.
Agreed. Yeah, we'll see how our predictions line up next week.
Yeah, Tribeca Wax. Man, this is a great rainbow you're working on. If you find the super, let us know so we can talk about it when you get it.
Quick question from B-Rom. Thoughts on 2017 vintage stock, Judge? I have one at PSA currently. Awesome. Love vintage stock. I do have to give Topps credit. In the last couple of years, they've made vintage stock stand out a little bit more, especially in their early years of vintage stock, 2017 included. They didn't really differentiate the card much besides the numbering on the back and the stock, but that stock isn't immediately visible from a photo. Now they've actually changed the design as well, but it should be out of 99, I believe, B-Rom. That's an awesome card. So good luck with grading it. I know they're a tough grade because they're paper.
All right, I got a few more here, Jeff, including a card that I think is pretty near the top of your want list.
Oh boy.
Showed up on Instagram. HB Cards posted this beautiful Shohei Ohtani.
Yes. Yes, this is the one card I really want. This is on my goal list for 2026. This was the set that dragged Chris back into the hobby when I got a couple boxes of this and sold him one for $45. And we opened them together during COVID. Love this set. I wasn't collecting when this, what is this, 94, Chris?
93.
93. So I was just after I left the hobby originally, this design, but I love this Ohtani. I love throwback uniforms, and seeing Ohtani in this throwback Angels uniform is awesome. So I definitely want to parallel this. If anybody has one, let me know. I'd love to get it.
Yeah, this card's got a lot going for it. And yeah, Jeff was basically a drug dealer who gave me basically lured me in with discount cocaine. And now I'm a full-on addict. It's not. And
it looks like reading from HB, he pulled this one from one of those boxes. We must have bought it direct as well.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who the refractor was in my box. It was someone terrible on the Phillies. I don't think he's even in baseball anymore, but this card is awesome. And yeah, hopefully if you guys see one pop up for sale, please send it to Jeff. Let's try to find him one by the end of the year before the price quadruples again.
Please. Yeah. A black or gold, please. I mean,
all right, one thing we're seeing in Topps in Series 1, Jeff, are these Legends SSPs, and they're really rare. They seem to be about 1/3 or even a quarter of the Golden Mirror print runs for active players, and they're very hit or miss. So I want to know what you think.
Hit or miss. Okay.
Because some of them are great. The Roberto Clemente is awesome. We got David Ortiz in the locker room. Larry Walker with the helmet backwards. Those are all great. But Willie Mays sitting by the pool, that might be the card that's made me the angriest I've been so far this year about cards. When I saw that, I got so mad.
It's tough because a lot of Adam Hazley's pulled in those boxes. Absolutely.
That's who it was. That's definitely who it was. because I got him a couple. If you remember this, Jeff, a couple packs earlier, I got him. I was like, I don't even know who this is. And then 3 packs later, there's a gold refractor. I'm like, oh, and it was the same guy. I'm like, because I talk shit about him, I got to get him again.
Somehow it was only out of 50, but Adam Hazley had 300 of them.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I know Topps wants to differentiate these cards, so they put Willie Mays by the pool. They put some microphones in front of Bo Jackson. So I get that. I get the differentiation. It's just tough. I don't mind this one as much as the Willie Mays. I have to say that. This is cool to see. If you feel like it's post game, you got the old school microphones in front of them, but it at the same time, it's one of the best athletes to ever play baseball, and you kind of like to see him athleting,
right? Like
agreed,
one of the most.
Canes Lance. I would have loved to see him walking the wall.
Yeah. So I have a question, Jeff, and this is going to make me seem like an idiot. What does this shirt mean?
Remember the Wolverine? I don't know. Anybody?
Is it a Red Dawn
it up in
reference?
between and know what it means?
Like, is he referencing the movie Red Dawn? It can't be, right? I mean, what is it? I straight up don't know. I do not. I
can't
I
imagine
saw
he's
someone
a
in the
Michigan
comments
fan. I don't. Oh, honored his friend. Tribeca says.
Okay, someone in the comments said
Friend
he
that
liked
passed
the shirt,
away.
so.
Okay, there we go, Tribeca. Thank you.
All right,
Honored his friend that passed away. So it sounds like a personalized T-shirt, perhaps.
That makes it a little bit better then.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a picture of the.
I love those Franklin batting gloves. Those were a staple. Those were back in the day. If anybody had those Franklins.
Yeah, when we say hit or miss, like here's the Hank Aaron Legends, and it says after he signed, I guess, an extension with
that one, but yes, he signed after he signed with the Land.
I mean, it's okay. I don't love it. I mean, I don't understand why we have to put someone else on a card with Hank Aaron, like a top 5 player.
Guy? Who's that?
I think
guy?
he's like either the president of the Braves or the general manager, whoever signed him to the whatever the deal is they were celebrating here.
Thanks for joining us, D3. We're going to keep on blabbing and slabbing as long as you people deal with it.
Absolutely. All right, a couple more here. Cardboard Showcase obviously blows us away on a weekly basis, but I just wanted to share this incredible run of Shohei Ohtani gold minteds that he posted. It's just stuff like this is awesome. You just don't see these cards. These are really tough pulls. Very, very cool. And hopefully they'll be back.
And getting tougher as we go.
Well, yeah, because they're quite literally impossible to pull now, Jeff.
Yep.
Okay, JB Cards likes it. I mean, that's what one thing, something like that, like if you get what there's like some personal stuff there with the shirt. So I get that, why that might have some value. Willie Mays sitting by a swimming pool, though. No one likes that. Yeah. I refuse. If someone tells me they do, they have to be lying. I simply will not believe it. But yeah, Cardboard Showcase, great job on this run here. These are awesome. If you guys don't follow him yet and you're on Instagram, you should follow him.
Yeah, we talked about him before.
Oh yeah, we talk about him all the time. All right, the next one comes from Ball Cards in the Attic. I know Jeff has this hurts Jeff and I for a couple different reasons. Jeff has a little PTSD from the Soto's first Sapphire card. But here we have a red that this guy bought recently and gemmed, and it looks awesome. It's such a well-framed horizontal Soto card. Gold cup in there. These reds are out of 10, as discussed. Just a really, really cool card. So Ball Cards, congrats on your PSA 10 here.
Probably cost about as much as I paid for the base at the very peak of the market. And thanks for the shout out, Mike. Yeah, the 2018 that was once in the Blabbin collection.
Yeah, I mean, man, yeah, it sucks to have sold any Shohei Ohtani, but to sell it to someone like Mike, who we like and see at least twice a year, like that makes it better. And to know we put the money into another Ohtani also makes it better. But yeah, to see it complete a run like this, I feel like it's at home with its family now. It's very happy where it is.
It's in the right spot. It's in the right spot. Yeah.
Agreed. Okay. I got one more, Jeff, and then we can do our Instagram post of the week. But I do have to give Jake a lot of props here, short print a day, for this incredible gold Aaron Judge run that he recently completed. I believe so many slabs sold him the last Bowman Chrome gold that he needed. So here we have all Aaron Judge's Topps Chrome and Bowman Chrome gold refractors.
Great photography. Great job completing the set, Jake. It's fun to see them all together. It's really quite something. All out of 50.
Yep.
And I looking at these, I have to say that I do prefer the Bowman layout.
Yeah, some of these Bowmans look great, and the rookie Bowman Chrome Aaron Judge is one of the best. It might be his best rookie looking.
I mean,
rookie.
compare those rookie images. Him kind of grabbing that fly ball, and the guy with the belt versus the design on that 2017. Very cool.
But yeah, and kudos to Mr. Little Thor, who did notice the lone SGC slab hanging out in this image. I will let you know. It has since been cracked out. And it is currently, I believe, did I drop it off? Shit, you know what? I didn't drop that off yet. I got sidetracked today. It'll be in PSA's hands tomorrow, and it'll be back in Jake's hands Labor Day?
Maybe by the postseason. Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, this is a really impressive collecting accomplishment. He had other goals he was working on, and he had a chance to get the rookie Bowman Chrome, and he was asking us, like, what do you think? And we're like, this is your primary collecting goal. This should be, we recommended making this the focus. And so he moved on from some other runs he was working on to try and complete this one. And I think he's very happy, and he should be.
Agreed. And no, it'll be much easier going forward.
Correct. Yeah. Randy Marsh 666. You are right. He did not. Oh, sorry, Jeff. There are no updates in any of this. These are we're looking at just the bases.
Just the base.
So no rookie debut. Yeah, he's got a couple updates or update images in Topps Chrome update. That's a lot of saying update a lot. But yeah, those did not count for this.
Bazooka Tom, we could get into this discussion. It's just a crapshoot what you're going to get. There's basically 3 types of PSA slabs, and if you get type 3, you're screwed. It's bad.
Jeremy, that's really funny. I want to hold on. I just want to make sure this is up on the screen in a second. Curator gave us the official story. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Love that. And I don't know how possible it is, but that's the kind of thing that would be really cool to put on the back of an SSP.
Yeah.
Put that in the bio area on the back. Because
there should be there's a blurb back there. They could put that on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's also like a little secret thing. So that card means something to Bo Jackson. So that would be maybe a cool card to get Bo to sign.
I do remember that All-Star game, Chris. Man, led off with a home run.
That's right.
Straightaway center.
Yes. And I think didn't Wade Boggs follow it up?
Yeah. First 2 guys.
All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. We haven't done this in 2 weeks now, Jeff. So let's see if we can do it correctly. Let me get this back up. All right. Play the music.
Blabbin Bout Slabbin! Instagram post of the week. Low.
And I can't find it. Where is it? I just had it.
You're right. It put Bo on the map. That was really his coming out party. Biggest 2-sport athlete of all time. The 89 All-Star game.
I'm such a disgrace.
That came out promoting that.
Go. It's not there.
Now we both loved it. Hey, I appreciate the story of it, D-Man. There is an SSP of Bo snapping the bat, and it's a Stadium Club card, and it's extremely expensive.
Yep, 2019. Oh my Lord, Jeff, this is nothing short of embarrassing. No, it's just not showing up when I go to share my screen, but I can see it.
Tell me when you're ready. We'll play it again.
All right.
Multi-fandom lover appreciates our music.
Okay, here we go. Don't worry about it. I'll just edit this out when I post the whole thing later.
Blabbin Bout Slabbin! Instagram post of the week. Low.
Okay.
There it is.
That took, wow. Well, it is what it is. When you got to go to the bathroom as badly as I do, things don't always work out. Kentucky basketball cards of all accounts, Jeff.
Yes.
Kentucky basketball accounts posts this heritage dual auto of Acuna and Hank Aaron. It's a 1-of-1, and those are game used patches. Good night.
Wow. That's incredible. We've often talked about how Heritage has some of the best dual autos because they're on card. You get pictures of both of the players, and here you actually get a game used patch. That's incredible.
Yeah, with like three colors in each patch. The autos both look really good. Amazingly, Hank Aaron's auto looks better than Acuna's because Acuna
Surprisingly, yeah, it's
just
bolder
rushes
for
through
sure.
these things. It's all on the card.
What
God,
year is
I
this,
love
Chris?
this thing. Oh geez, it's a 72 style, so that's got to be 2021.
Yeah,
it's got to be 2021.
Yeah, because Hank Aaron was reaching the end of his auto stage at this point, but love to get him on card with Acuna.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is really, really cool. So Kentucky basketball cards, if you ever see this, congrats on owning this. It's pretty amazing. This dude's got a lot of really cool Acuna cards on his page. Take a look. It's not all Kentucky basketball cards. I was a hesitant follow, but he won me over with this post, Jeff.
I can imagine. This did it. That's incredible. Yeah, beautiful card.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this Friday night. Really appreciate you sticking with us. We'll try to get more on our Thursday night schedule, but between the stuff we have going on, my son's Little League schedule has started. We've got things going on. We'll try to be here every Thursday night. If we're not, thank you for finding us on other nights of the week. It's one of the highlights of our week to get to talk cards to people who actually are interested in it.
Next Thursday, we're really hoping to be here. Next Thursday will be the opening night. We got Giants Yankees. So I still the Red Sox dump Devers, and the Yankees still can't get away from him, Jeff. They've still got to face him.
They still play him. Is Garrett Cole starting?
He is not. Even if he was ready, even if he was fully rehabbed, I think he'd be like, you know what, I'm going to need 4 more days.
Yeah, I don't want to miss Devers.
But yeah, hopefully we're able to go. We're able to go next Thursday. We can kind of live blab while that game's going on.
That'd be fun.
But we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated.
So if you have any comments or questions for us, hit us up on Instagram, My Favorite Cardboard, Baseball Card Addict, or Blabbin Bout Slabbin. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. Many thanks to those of you who've supported the channel over these years. We're at about our 3-year anniversary, Chris. That's coming up soon. So
it is coming up.
Thank you for everybody who joined us. If your parents are around, please give them a call. Tell them how much you appreciate them. You saw my cats come on here earlier, slapping at the screen. Please give your pets some rubs because they're good parts of our lives.
Yes. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Favorite whiskey for 2 hours next week? All right.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I can't drink it for 2 hours, but we can talk about it.
We'll talk about it. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Take care.